Nigri ni Bawanzo. Gold in the beginning. In the name of she, capital S, capital H, capital I, who man Adam called son, S-U-N, Mother Nature, Mother Earth, in the name of the true begotten Son. Matthew 1:23, Emmanuel, I-M-A-N-U-E-L, whose name means go with us. In the name of the true motherland, Nigritia, N-I-G-R-I-T-I-A, which means land of the golds. Ki Swahili, Tower of Babel, Kunta Kinte, man's first tongue. Amani kutoka, you, peace from above. Fura wa sabasiku, happy seventh day. Reading from the Book of Life, Kitibucha, Uzima. Reading from the New Testament of Emmanuel, Agano, Jipya, Imanuel. Reading from the first epistole of Paul the Apostle to the Corinthians, chapter 14. Pursue love and desire spiritual gifts, but especially that you may prophecy. For he who speaks in a tongue does not speak to men, but to God of gods. For no one understands him. However, in the spirit he speaks mysteries. But he who prophesies speaks edification and exhortation and comfort to men. He who speaks in a tongue edifies himself, but he who prophesies edifies the tabernacle. I wish you all spoke with tongues, but even more that you prophesize. For he who prophesies is greater than he who speaks with tongues, unless indeed he interprets, that the tabernacle may receive edification. But now, brethren, if I come to you speaking with tongues, what shall I profit you unless I speak to you either by revelation, by knowledge, by prophecy, or by teaching? Even things without life, whether flute or harp, when they make a sound, unless they make a distinction in the sounds, how will it be known what is piped or played? For if the trumpet makes an uncertain sound, who will prepare for battle? So likewise you, unless you utter by the tongue words easy to understand, how will it be known what is spoken? For you will be speaking into the air. There are, it may be, so many kinds of languages in the world, and none of them is without significance. Therefore, if I do not know the meaning of the language, I shall be a foreigner to him who speaks, and he who speaks will be a foreigner to me. Even so, since you are zealous for spiritual gifts, let it be for the edification of the tabernacle that you seek to excel. Therefore, let him who speaks in a tongue pray that he may interpret. For if I pray in a tongue, my spirit prays, but my understanding is unfruitful. What is the conclusion then? I will pray with the spirit, and I will also pray
with the understanding. I will sing with the Spirit, and I will also sing with the understanding. Otherwise, if you bless with the Spirit, how will he who occupies the place of the uniform say, Selah, at your giving of thanks, since he does not understand what you say? For you indeed give thanks well, but the other is not edified. I thank my God of gold. I speak with tongues more than you all. Yet in the tabernacle, I would rather speak 5 words with my understandings, that I may teach others also, than 10,000 words in a tongue. Brethren, do not be children in understanding. However, in malice be babes, but understanding be mature. In the law it is written, with men of other tongues and other lips I will speak to this people. And yet, for all that, they will not hear me, says God of Gods. Therefore, tongues are for a sign, not to those who believe, but to unbelievers. But prophesying is not for unbelievers, but for those who believe. Therefore, if the whole tabernacle comes together in one place, and all speak with tongues, and there come in those who are uninformed or unbelievers, will they not say that you are out of your mind? But if all prophecy, and an unbeliever or an uninformed person comes in, he is convinced by all, he is convicted by all. And thus the secrets of his heart are revealed, and so, falling down on his face, he will worship God of gods and report that God of gods is truly among you. How is it then, brethren, whenever you come together, each of you has a song, has a teaching, has a tongue, has a revelation, has an interpretation? Let all things be done for edification. If anyone speaks in a tongue, let there be two, or at the most three, each in turn, and let one interpret. But if there is no interpreter, let him keep silent in the tabernacle, and let him speak to himself and to God of gods. Let 2 or 3 prophets speak, and let the others judge. But if anything is revealed to another who sits by, let the first keep silent. For you can all prophecy one by one, that all may learn and all may be encouraged. And the spirits of the prophets are subject to the prophets. For God of gold is not the author of confusion, but of peace. So in all the tabernacles, as in all the tabernacles of the saints, let your let your women keep silent in the tabernacles, for they are not permitted to speak, but they are to be submissive, as the law also says. And if they want to learn something, let them ask their own husbands at home, for it is shameful for women to speak in the tabernacle. Or did the word of God of God come originally from you, or was it you only that it reached? If anyone thinks himself to be a prophet or spiritual, let him acknowledge that the things which I write to you are the commandments of the God of gods. But if anyone is ignorant, let him be ignorant. Whoa. Therefore, brethren, desire earnestly to prophesy, and do not forbid to speak with tongues. Let all things be done decently and in order. Interesting. Wow. What was that I wanted to speak on? But right there, 1 Corinthians chapter 14, verse 34. Let your women keep silent in the tabernacles, for they are not permitted to speak, but they are to be submissive, as the law also says. Now, if you notice, I said tabernacles. Exactly. Because I don't believe in churches. In the beginning, tabernacles. Now, churches, women are allowed to lead a church. Huh? Women are allowed to lead a church. But here it is right here. 1 Corinthians chapter 14, verse 34. Let your women keep silent in the tabernacles. And even if it says churches, it still say silence. While they running around telling a man what he need to do as a man. Just being up there is total disrespect. You can't lead. You can't lead. You can't lead me. Go to goals created Adam, and he kept Adam to himself for 130 years and teach him knowledge. Then he created helpmate, which means helpmate can never, ever be equal to me. Never. Never. Women that are older than me, I respect them, but they ain't equal to me. They can never be. Because not me saying so, he said so. 130 years, then he brought helpmate. One more time. He created helpmate for man, not man for helpmate. Oh, you think you God's gift to woman? No, you're God's gift to me. Know your place. You listen to the white man telling you that you equal. But you representing gold? No, you're representing their God. That's why you had the nerve to stand up there in church and think you can speak to me, a black man. To me? Can't speak to me. You can ask me questions, but then again, it tells you right there. If they want to learn something, let them ask their own husbands at home, for it is shameful for women to speak in the tabernacle. See? Okay? That's why everything is going wacko and crazy in this day and age, because they thinking that what the white man say is the real thing. Just like you got these people over here. What is that? Instagram? I was at Instagram or TikTok talking about white, and the whole world getting ready to be white because white is the new evolution. Purity is white. I keep telling them, don't tell me. Tell the sun. Tell the sun. Tell the sun how pure you is, that you can't stand in front of it. Excuse me. His first creation, you are not allowed to be a part of his first creation. She, the sun, Mother Nature, Mother Earth. But you are better than me. Okay, if you say so. All I'm going to do is tell them about Naaman, 2 Kings 5:27. Naaman, who went in black and came out covered head to toe with leprosy. The beginning of whiteness, because after him, your offspring will also be coming forth with the curse of leprosy. One more time. One more time. Just like you didn't hear me say nothing about no church, because I don't believe in the churches. I believe in the tabernacles with God of gold first. In my forefathers, the tabernacle.
Then later on, white folks changed it to the church. I acknowledge Imanuel, because God says so. His name ain't God with us. Bam. Not Jesus. Because I can look at Jesus and see Jesus. I don't look at Jesus and say, Jesus. I see Jesus. One more time. I was talking to a young man yesterday. Well, OG, excuse me, my bad. I'm 66, he's 70. You understand what I'm saying? And we had a great, long conversation talking about what? Go to goals. I was teaching him about looking up. The sun was straight up in the sky, and me and him kept looking up to the sheep. And I kept teaching him about go to goals, about Adam and Eve, how they didn't just want to disrespect go to goals. They made a mistake. Because of their one mistake, go to goals said me and you 7 times 7 times 7 times 7 times 7 times 7 times 7. He said this is what he would do, forgive us if we ask because of their one. The people got the nerve. They didn't disrespect nothing. They made a mistake. They were the beginning. The rules was laid out, but they didn't. They made a mistake. They didn't have, unlike me, I get an example. I get an example of what to do and what not to do. One more time. I get an example of what to do and what not to do. I get an example that I can say church, or I can say what he said, or I can say what he said it is, which is tabernacle. He told my forefathers in the beginning, tabernacle. And that's what I emulate my forefathers. And that's why I say tabernacles. Because that's what he told my forefathers. One more time. I don't listen to what they say. I pay attention to what he represents and displays to me. And when he represents and displays to me, I make it a point to go out of my way to make sure that those who seek and go to goal can and will. One more time. Just like it's okay. 14:21. In the law it is written, with men of other tongues and other lips I will speak to this people. And yet, for all that, they will not hear me, says go to goal. One more time. One more time. They not hearing him because they hear the church. They ain't thinking about the tabernacle. One more time. They hear a woman calling herself a preacher. They hear a woman calling herself a what do you got? A preacher, a minister? Yeah. She can't be neither one of them. Oh, she can be a preacher. She can't be a minister. No, no. All ministers are men. I don't care how you feel. I didn't make up the rules. Oh, the God did. One more time. I want about what he showing me here. 14. The first epistles of Paul, the apostolate to the Corinthians. 34. Let your woman not keep silent in the tabernacle. One more time. Because she ain't got no business saying nothing. When she won't speak up, she want to speak to her husband, and he will show her. One more time. Other than that, but you know, in the church, they got women leading the church. But they can do that for y'all who keep looking and bowing your head. Keep looking and bowing your head. Just like he said, verse 15, what is the conclusion? Then I will pray with the spirit, and I will also pray with the understanding. I will sing with the spirit, and I will also sing with the understanding. See? They're one and the same. They're one and the same, just like he said, with many tongues. But the original tongue Kiswahili, Tabo Babel. And they crossed all the tongues because at the time they was able to do what they said they was going to do, but he was like, no, you can't. No, you can't. So when you understand that what the goals created many tongues at the Tower of Babel, then you realize and recognize that ain't no white man took my tongue. God took my forefathers' original tongue because of their power. And since I know this about the original tongue, keeps hitting, I am now allowed to have the power. One more time. All I'm going to do is keep doing what I'm doing, which is passing along knowledge. One more time. Free your mind, and your ass will follow. You can go to church, or you can go to the tabernacle. You know what I'm saying? You can listen to a man, or you can listen to a woman in your church. One more time. I know this for a fact. What he said, I know this for a fact. That woman, helpmate, came 130 years after man, Adam. One more time. Free your mind. And ask for follow. The kingdom of heaven is within. Trip C's, Trip C's, Trip C's. Crew Calm Collected. www. Whole wide world. Nigri ni Mwanzo. War is the beginning. In the name of she, capital S, capital H, capital I, who man Adam called son, S-U-N, Mother Nature, Mother Earth, in the name of the true begotten Son, Emmanuel, I-M-A-N-U-E-L, Matthew 1:23, whose name means go with us, in the name of the true motherland, Nigritia, N-I-G-R-I-T-I-A, which means land of the gods. Kiswahili, Tower of Babel, man's first tongue. Amani kutoka you, peace from above. In the name of Emmanuel, go with us. In the name of Emmanuel, go with me.